Hi, Coach. 2 weeks ago, you won the UMass Invitational. Can you talk about what you saw from your team?
Ooh, lots of things. Leave Westfall obviously is in tremendous shape. #1 runner. She ran very much in control over the second half of the course. I think beat the team field by about 30 seconds. So she's definitely ready to go. The Winslow twins, as juniors now, are coming around and really running very well. We had a good pack at numbers 2, 3, and 4. Morgan Mueller, Maddie Davidson, and Brittany Winslow ran very, very well, and that really helped us a lot. And then the freshmen, Dana Levine from Israel, had a great race for us, and Catherine Malloy out of Holy Names in New York was our 5th runner. So overall, I see a combination of the freshmen helping out a lot, the upper class kids running very well and very competitive, so I'm really excited.
You touched on Leave Westfall a little bit, but after her performance, she won ACC Player of the Week. Can you talk about how she's been running and what you expect from her this year?
I'm a big believer in international competition, and experience as much as you can get makes you a better, tougher athlete. And in the last couple of years, Leave has competed in the European Junior 3,000-meter run, the World Junior 3,000-meter run, the European Junior cross country. She's been extremely competitive, and this has helped her development a lot. I think she's ready to be an All-American in cross country this year, top 40. She's very strong and just a tremendous, tremendous competitor. And you can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't have that competitive instinct, you're not going to get very far in this sport. And she is a great competitor. She's ready to really have a great, not just fall season, but indoor and outdoor track as well.
You had this past weekend off from racing. Can you talk about your training schedule over the past week or since the last race, and how you have been preparing for the BC Invitational this weekend?
Yeah, the BC Invite is big. We haven't had to run this hard this early in the season for a while, but I intentionally got this particular date for a number of reasons. We're really excited to host this competition. On the women's side, we have 15 teams, 3 of the top 9 ranked teams in the country. Providence 1, Oregon 3, Cornell 9. We're currently ranked 24. So that is a great opportunity for us. Wisconsin women are coming in. They're ranked top 4 in their region. So it's a great opportunity for what they call out-of-region points, for at-large criteria for qualification into the NCAA. So I've been doing a little bit more what's called anaerobic work, race pace running, a little bit earlier in the year than I typically do. I tend to be more tempo-based training, where they're running sort of 30 seconds a mile slower than their race pace, but obviously much faster than their normal training pace. So I've gotten away from my normal training program, but I think it's helped them a lot. And now I want to get through this race. They can sit back a little bit, get back on top of their endurance training. So it's been long runs and a lot of we went over the course last week. We ran the 5K course 3 times a mile, very hard. So they're ready to run, but now after this race, I need to make an adjustment for about 2 weeks.
Is there anything else that you'd like to add about the upcoming season, having these difficult races so early on in the season?
Well, I've always told these kids that it's a funny sport. It's a very difficult sport because there's, in basketball, if you're not hitting your shots, if you're turning the ball over, a coach can call timeout. A coach can make substitutions. There's 40 or 50 seconds between plays in a football game. You have soccer, a lot of the players just sort of stay in their zone. Baseball, a lot of time between pitches, but this is nonstop. It's only 20 minutes. I mean, it's a simple sport. You line them up, you fire the gun, 20 minutes later you put it in the van, you drive home. It's not rocket science. But you get to the middle part of a race, my competitive passion now is on the golf course. So if we hit a bad shot, we take a mulligan. There's no mulligans in this sport. If you get to the middle part of the race and things are getting very difficult, there's no do-overs. You can't take a mulligan and say, time out, I need to start again. So you need to stay the course. You need to have a proper positive emotional. When you're warming up for the event, you need to be very positive. Don't introduce any negativity into the equation at all, because when you get to that point in the race that it becomes very difficult, that positive energy flow will help you get through that difficult point. If you're introducing too much negativity, did I do this, did I not do that? You know, you're going to make it much more difficult for you to stay the course 3,000 meters into a 6,000 meter race when everybody's tired. There's no way physically people can run 3,000 meters or 2 miles at 5 minutes and 10 seconds per mile on rough terrain and not be tired. So you need to learn to run tired. So you finish off. It's not where you start, it's where you finish. And you're only as good as your number 5 runner. You could have 3 stellar athletes, but if your number 5 runner's back in the middle of the pack, you're not a good team. So it's a different sport. It's sort of a crazy sport that way, but I love it. I've been involved with it a long time, and you know, it's again, 20 minutes later, we're home.
Great. Thank you very much.
Yeah.